Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the 7th installment of the Saabkyle04 Eurotrip vlogs. To give you a little bit of a recap on what's been going on, we got into Monaco day before yesterday. Yesterday I filmed Tim's 675 LT, we got a proper tour of Monaco in the Ferrari FF, it was a lot of fun. Kind of a chill day, I guess. Today is also our second day in Monaco, but also our last day, sadly. And I couldn't help but filming this update video out here. It's around 8 o'clock in the morning or so. You can see to my right the sun is rising. To the left there's a huge cruise ship in the harbor and just water for miles and miles and miles. It's so pretty out here. This vlog is going to kind of be a mashup of what I did yesterday, what we'll do today. I'll show you a little bit around Monaco in the daylight, including our hotel, as well as our journey home tomorrow. We're going to head to Nice, France tonight, stay the night. Our hotel is very, very close to the airport, so that'll make an easy transition to just hop on the plane tomorrow morning at the crack of dawn. I think it's around 6:30, 7 a.m. or so, and then we'll head back to North Carolina. But yeah, so I got an early start this morning, got to see the sunrise. Went ahead and packed up most of our things, put up the 5th installment of the vlog series this morning. Got just a few more little things to take care of, and then we can head on out. I thought this was really cool, so we have a pretty big balcony to begin with, little table and chairs, but there's a power extending sunshade. That is so fancy. Alright, so we're standing in front of our hotel, the Fairmont Monte Carlo, and I wanted to show you guys something pretty cool real quick. So, the other night, Mark and Seb Delaney took us on a detailed tour in the Ferrari FF all through Monaco, showing us like key spots and whatnot, but this particular area is the Fairmont Hairpin. This is where they hold the F1 circuit. You can actually see the red and white lines and stuff across the street, but it's pretty cool. So they actually hold an F1 circuit and they wrap around this corner and take you on the way. It's pretty amazing to see in person. Yes, we're going to go ahead inside, collect our bags, grab a quick bite to eat, then head down the road, film the review of the 640D Grand Coupe. Little congested this morning, but just about got the car ready. Alright guys, we're making our way back through Monaco. We're heading up the mountain to our filming spot yesterday where we shot Tim's McLaren. We're going to shoot the in-depth review of the 640D, and if time permits, we'll take a quick drive in the Renault Twizy, which is Seb Delaney's car. I'm really interested in checking that out. So it should be fun. Beautiful weather today. Hey everyone, how's it going? Thanks so much for tuning in. For today's video, we're in beautiful Monaco taking an in-depth look at the 2016 BMW 640D Grand Coupe. Well everyone, that pretty much makes it a wrap for our trip to Monaco. We're about to head to the airport in just a little bit. We catch a plane in Nice, then goes to Paris, then goes to Atlanta, then back to North Carolina. I shot a full in-depth review on our BMW 640D Grand Coupe rental. That was a lot of fun, and I just finished shooting this Renault Twizy. An all-electric vehicle, 0 emissions, seats 2 people, tandem style, took it for a short drive. It was a lot of fun, so I'm excited to start editing this one. Alright guys, so we just got back home yesterday. We didn't film too much of the journey home from Monaco to Nice and the airports and all that kind of stuff. It was just a little bit stressful trying to find our way around.
Driving is crazy there.
Yeah, a little bit different from here, just getting used to like different traffic laws and all that, but We initially put our destination for the hotel in Nice because we were going to drop our baggage off and then go ahead and take the Grand Coupe back a day early so we didn't have to fool with that the following morning. But we couldn't find our hotel in the GPS, and then what we thought was our hotel was actually a different one, 20 minutes away, actually located in the middle center of Nice. So by the time we got there, it was peak rush hour. There were so many cars everywhere. And when you're in a foreign city in a car a big car,
Yeah.
when there's traffic everywhere and a navigation system that's not telling you where to go, I was like, oh my God.
Little streets too.
Yeah, it's a mess. And then trying to make sure everything is here and ready to go. We got another press vehicle at the house. So just trying to coordinate everything all at one time. I was like, there's no way we can film a video because one, I can't concentrate. Two, it was taking every ounce of my mental energy I had left at that time of the day just to make sure we were going the right way.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we ended up getting to the hotel, maybe 5, 6 in the afternoon or something.
5:30, something like that.
I think we left Monaco around 3-ish. Monaco, it's not that too far from Nice.
Yeah.
It was a pretty easy drive up to the actual city itself, but it was still pretty cool getting to see the area and stuff. Making a lot of wrong turns, going out of the way. We had a 2,250 kilometer limit on the car, and then every kilometer past that was like, I don't know, 60 cents or something like that. So every kilometer we were driving past that, going down the wrong turns and everything, I was like, oh my God, another 60 cents, another 60 cents, another 60 cents. I was like, it's adding up. Oh man, it was crazy. But when we finally got the car in, everything was all good. We filled up a tank of diesel fuel one more time, and it was good. We're gonna miss that car. It was a lot of fun. I had never driven a Grand Coupe before, and being able to do a full review on it and actually being able to drive it through the mountains on the German Autobahn and all that kind of stuff was really a fun experience. But yeah, after all that, luckily our hotel is pretty close to the airport, like 15-minute walk, maybe. Unfortunately, so we only stayed in Nice for one night, and we didn't share any social media posts or anything like that because as soon as we got back to the hotel after dropping the car off, I had to go ahead and edit the next video. It was our day 6 vlog that I actually just put up this morning, or a few days ago whenever this video gets up, but just the editing and all that kind of stuff ended up having to delay the video a bit because the internet was really spotty in the hotel. But anyway, so the last where they didn't have an airport shuttle till like 6:30 in the morning, and our plane left at 6:47, so we had to be there by 6:40. It was like, okay, that's not gonna work. I didn't want to take a cab for 15 minutes, so we ended up waking at the crack of dawn, like 5 a.m.
5 a.m.
So I woke up at 5. No, she woke up at 5. I woke up at 5. I went back to sleep. So I woke up at 5:15, got ready in a mad dash to 5:30, threw all my camera stuff in the bag and got ready to go, made sure all the batteries were charged, and then we
Had a brisk walk.
In
5:30 in the morning.
chilly temperatures. But yeah, got to the airport, took a tram bus to the next terminal. All is good. I don't think we had any snags at the airport or anything, except for until we got home. We'll talk about that in just a second. So we got on the plane in Nice, went over to Paris. That wasn't a very long flight. Didn't sleep really that I can remember. Played a little Grand Theft Auto on the iPad. Always fun. But once we got to Paris, unfortunately, the weather was messy in Paris, so we didn't actually get to see any sights in Paris. I mean, we didn't leave the airport anyway, but I thought it'd be cool to actually see the Eiffel Tower from the sky. But we just got some food at the airport and got on the plane, which is a big plane. It wasn't one of those double-decker planes, but it had 3 seats on either side and 4 in the middle. Of course, all the TVs and stuff, so we could watch movies. I didn't sleep on that plane at all anyway. It was a 9.5-hour flight. I think I watched 3 movies. 3 movies, a bunch of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, a little bit of Grand Theft Auto here and there. I like Grand Theft Auto if you haven't figured that out already. But it was a good flight overall though. It was about an hour longer than the flight there,
Yeah.
I think. But yeah, so that was interesting. So when we got to Atlanta, we checked in through customs and everything, and then got on yet another plane to go back to Charlotte. All that was good and dandy. So here's where the problem arose. So when we got to Charlotte, like 5:15, 5:30 in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time, which was probably 1 o'clock in the morning, France time?
Eh,
Because it'd be
12.
no 11. Excuse me, 11 o'clock. Yeah, yeah. So we had been up for a long time at that point. Our baggage didn't arrive. I didn't know. Unbeknownst to me, apparently you have to check in your bag through customs and stuff when you get to Atlanta, or when you come from international.
We were told differently.
We
in
were
France.
told in Nice that, oh, your baggage will go all the way to Charlotte. Don't worry about it. So when she told us that our baggage was in Atlanta, I was like, oh my God, this is bad. Luckily, I was carrying all my cameras and laptop and everything with me, so all the high dollar items were with me. But we had to wait at the airport for another 2.5 hours for them to come in on another plane, which was fine. I used the internet at the airport, which was really good, actually, to upload the video and get it ready for this morning. So we got the bags, loaded everything up, and then headed back. We were going to eat dinner with Chris, but unfortunately, with the time delay, we weren't going to get back till almost 11 at night, so we didn't want to wait. Just grabbed something real quick on the way home and got home. We were so unbelievably tired by the time we got home. I was loopy as all get out. I had to take breaks and all that kind of stuff. But by the time we got home, we had been up for about 26 hours straight with the time difference and everything. So it was brutal. But fell asleep immediately. Didn't do anything. As soon as I got home, I took a shower and I just went straight to bed. Of course, played with the boy for a little while. He's running in the pen right now, as he always does. But yeah, it was a crazy journey. The last 2 days of Monaco was just unbelievable. I mean, some of the most beautiful scenery I've ever seen in my life. I mean, just the whole trip, from, even though the weather was a little bit spotty in Germany and Switzerland and part of Italy, it cleared up while we were in Italy, and then it was just beautiful the rest of the time. But from driving through the Swiss mountains, getting to drive on the German Autobahn, seeing some supercar manufacturers like Pagani, and we, even while we were in Italy, we stopped at this little restaurant which looked like somebody's house that they just had a restaurant in, and
it was actually closed.
Yeah, it was closed. Everything closed up in the mountains and stuff around 2:30. I guess the timing differences on when people eat are just a little bit different, but we finally found this place, and we came up and they were like, "You open?" They were like, "No, but come on in." So they opened all the restaurant up and lit a fire for us, and we ate some homemade pasta, and it was so cool. But yeah, it was just unbelievable experience the whole trip, and thank you guys so much for following our journey. It's definitely something we've never done before. I told Crystal, I was like, it's gonna be just like Gumball was for Chris and I last year. It definitely was. We got to see, it was more on our own schedule this time, which was good, and we got a little bit more sleep, but still the same thing. I mean, you drive a bunch to different locations, you film all day, then you get back, and then you edit till the hours of the morning, then you try to get 6 hours-ish or of sleep, wake up the next day and do it all over again. So it was definitely a packed trip. What was it, like 9 days or something? But yeah, it was amazing. So yeah, I know for some of the videos we probably weren't looking our best, but you know, that's the rawness, I guess. You see us in our element and stuff. I know Crystal thought the same thing. There was a lot of people that were like, "Oh man, your wife looks so bored and mad. Like half the videos you've been doing, like, is she not enjoying herself?" And you know, everybody always was like, "Oh, there's a fault right here. I don't know what's going on there, but there's something going on here, so I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to comment on it, and everybody's going to comment on it back, and blah, blah, blah." But I know you quite enjoyed that.
Yeah, I mean, we were pretty tired, especially the morning going to Porsche Museum. And
God, the morning going to the Porsche Museum was so tiring.
But I did have a good time. I enjoy seeing all the cars as well, so I was not mad. I wasn't upset about anything.
Crystal
I wasn't
is,
bored.
I mean, Crystal is obviously, I mean, you guys who know me for a long time know that she's my biggest supporter, and honestly has to be credited for the reason all of this got started, because she was the one that first told me that, why don't you go try to start filming at some new car dealerships and see if they will let you go there. So honestly, if it wasn't for her telling me to do that, we probably wouldn't be here, sitting right here at the end of a 9-day long Euro trip talking about our filming experiences and stuff. So kudos to her. But it was definitely a learning experience for certain. I know you had never done anything like that before. I kind of knew what it was going to be like, and I was trying to coach her along and try to teach her like how to film and stuff, and a little bit of the editing side of things, just to kind of give her an in-depth look into what it's all about and what I do when I go on trips and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I don't think I could say anything more. It's just an awesome trip.
Definitely a culture shock in some places.
Yes, the language differences. It's crazy too, because you can drive from North Carolina all the way down to Florida and see the same stuff. But if you drove the 12-hour journey across Europe, you'll probably go through 3 or 4 different countries and different languages and different foods and landscapes. I mean, especially like from Switzerland down to Italy, it's like an instant change. Or at least the part we went into was like mountainous Switzerland, flat Italy, and then on the way to Monaco, it got onto all the mountains and stuff again. Yeah. It was just awesome, awesome. Yeah. If you guys ever get the chance to do something like this, do it. By all means, rent the nicest car that you can afford and then just drive. Because that's what we did. I mean, we didn't have a sponsor for this trip or anything, and believe me, we tried to set something up, and I think we're still trying to set something up maybe for some other videos, like some of the in-depth reviews and stuff that I shot along the way. Just because it does take so much funding and planning to set something like this up. And it seems it's been really successful so far. I mean, surprising to me. I didn't think you guys wouldn't enjoy it, but I'm not used to doing these vlog videos, and I'm not an expert by any means. I mean, Shmee150 is probably the expert at all these selfie vlogs and all that kind of stuff. And it was cool meeting some other people along the way too, like Seb Delaney. I know I've met what is it, Supercars of London one time. I haven't met Seen Through Glass yet, but I know we're all going to be doing stuff eventually on another trip or something like that. But I'd like to just start doing more stuff like this, maybe once or twice a year, where we do road trip vlogs and a whole bunch of other different types of content. It just makes things more diverse and more interesting and exciting.
And Guido. We hadn't met Guido yet.
Oh yeah. We met the getawayer, Guido. That was so much fun. He took us through a tour through the Porsche Museum and stuff, and I had known him for 5 years on Facebook and YouTube before then, so it's awesome to actually be able to meet everybody and work together to create cool content. And big thanks to Mark, Shmee150, or Tim's business manager, for helping us plan the route. Crystal was also a huge help. I was so busy with content on my end. She basically set everything up alongside Mark, them going back and forth, making sure what was right and stuff. So because of them, this trip was a huge success. And hopefully maybe we can find a sponsor for the rest of the videos and stuff, just to help things out a little bit financially. But you know what? No regrets at all. I mean, even if I had to completely pay for this trip out of my pocket, you know, it was worth it. You only live once, and it's just awesome to be able to share this type of content with you guys, and I'm so glad you all enjoyed it. So without me continuing on to ramble and stuff, I will have a playlist set up for all of the vlog videos that you can check out in the top right hand corner of this video. So if you want to catch up on some stuff that you may have missed, there's a bunch more videos to come. We filmed around 21 videos during this trip, which was insane. The amount of volume, that's the most volume in this short amount of time that I've ever filmed at once. About 12 or 13 in-depth reviews, I think, or in-depth reviews / in-depth tours on everything from a Maserati MC12 to a Koenigsegg Agera. And of course, Shmi 150's McLaren 675 LT, which I'm excited to start working on. So we'll get those up as quickly as possible. The content just keeps on backing up, but you know, it's a good problem to always have too much content versus no content. But as always, guys, there's a lot more where that came from. Take care.
Bye, guys.
And as far as a quick side note, a lot of you guys know that this 2012 Dodge Charger RT Max has been my daily driver for the past few years. But one thing I have not done this year is a video of the new 2015 Charger RT. I've done the SRT, the Scat Pack, and all that kind of stuff, and a bunch of Challengers. But we have a new press car this week. It's a 2015 Dodge Charger RT rear-wheel drive. It's a little bit more of a basic model. It still has some upgraded equipment, cloth interior, but the 5.7-liter Hemi, the exact same color as mine, Redline 3 Pearl. So I will actually be combining the video of this with the 40,000-mile owner's perspective review I will be shooting of this. So we'll compare and contrast the styling, the improvements of the 8-speed automatic transmission versus the 5-speed automatic transmission. Getting a little tongue-tied here, but I'm excited to start on that. Definitely pretty cool. I'll be sharing some social media and Instagram posts and all that kind of stuff when I am ready. So thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one. I know Veyron's glad that we're back. Whoop, there he goes.
Get your ball. Get your ball. Your ball right there. Get your ball.
He doesn't listen.
Get your ball. Get your ball. Over here. You want that one? There you go. Get your ball. Get it. Get your ball.
Basketball is his favorite toy.
Get your ball.
As long as he has a basketball or two, he's completely content. Oh, he's got it.